Hi, I'm Christian Joyner, and this is the project on thunderstorms that I did myself. So let's get started. So before we start with the electrostatics of thunderstorms, it would be important to explain what a thunderstorm is. So the technical definition isn't really that complicated. It's thunder plus a storm, which is essentially a rain shower equals a thunderstorm. So uh, it's a rain plus. It's basically just a rain shower where thunder and lightning occur, so it's a thunderstorm. Very convenient. So the process begins when the surface of the ground gets heated by the sun. So it's common knowledge that warm air rises and cold air falls, and this is exactly what happens. Warm air continues to rise until it becomes less dense. Well, I mean, it is less dense. So because it's less dense, that's why it rises. And the air will bring the moisture and the heat up with it, and this is known as what it's called convection. So convection is basically just heat transfer through the motion of a medium like water or air, or just a large mass of liquid. Step two is the formation of the cloud. So the air eventually gets to a height where water vapor begins to cool and it condenses along with the heat that it brought. So all of that condensing becomes the cloud. So yeah. The last step is the rainfall part. So basically just the process of precipitation. So it's just a basic procedure. Water vapor condenses into droplets, and these droplets collect the water around it that are in the same stage, and it causes the droplets to become heavy enough to drop, and that's what we know as rain. It's the rain that floods communities, postpones soccer games, and ruins lives. Precipitation. So you might be wondering what's actually going on, and I'm going to tell you. So essentially it starts with the electricity that's created in the cloud. So this is from the particles. It's essentially friction. So the particles of ice and water, they're rapidly moving without the cloud from all this from everything that's happening, and they're rubbing together and they're frequently colliding, and it creates electricity from the friction. Uh, they're moving back and forth very quickly. Uh, Subsequent to this, the charges separate, and the air within the cloud becomes polarized. So it's polarized towards facing up. So the negative particles or the electrons move towards the bottom of the cloud, and the protons move toward the top. And that's because the electrons towards the bottom of the cloud are attracted to the ground, and because of this positive force in the ground that they're attracted to, on the other hand, the protons repel that because like charges repel. So next thing that happens is, because this attraction of the electrons at the bottom of the cloud to the ground becomes so large that the electrons are transferred through a very quick and huge burst of energy that we know as lightning. So it's just the fact that the attraction becomes so great from all the electrons becoming attracted to the ground. It's kind of the same concept as grounding, and how, or yeah. So it's also related to charging by induction, which is because of the attraction between the ground and the electrons in the cloud, and that causes a lightning strike. So accompanied with lightning is always thunder. So if you're wondering why thunder happens. I'm going to tell you that as well. Because so much voltage is involved in this small burst of lightning that occurs in 0.2 seconds, a lot of heat comes with it. So the air around the lightning heats up very quickly in such a short time, and it expands and contracts very quickly, and this creates the large sound that we know as thunder. So that's everything that's going on. Alright, so what did we learn? So essentially, this whole process is just an application of electrostatics. So the fact that the electrons are moving, the polarization, the charging by induction, the friction, it's basically just an application of all this knowledge. Just like if you rub a balloon against your hair and the electrons are charged on that side, and you push it towards another balloon that does the same thing, and they repel each other. So basically, it's just an application of electrons and the moving of electrons, and just these concepts. So yeah, that's my works cited page, and thank you for watching.